Okay, there it goes. Let's see if it survives this time. I'm gonna be real curious if it does. I'm leaving it up broken on YouTube too. You know me. Don't worry, I'm recording it. I can just put it all back up as one video and say fuck them. They can't. I promise you, they can't see the video. All right, I boosted Twitch though for tonight. Start watching. Yeah,
Boom.
it's muted. Oh yeah. Fuck 'em. We juked them. Got their asses.
Got their asses,
Yeah.
Juke,
baby.
juke, 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 juke. Was it the picture?
I think it's the picture. I think that's what's gonna get us banned on YouTube.
Oh,
Which, like, it's boobs. I
you
can
can't
find.
have boobs
I
on
could go
YouTube.
watch that fucking Benny Benassi music video on YouTube. I don't want to hear it from them. That video
They're
was
not
everywhere.
exposed boobs. I
Yeah.
really don't get it.
This screen cap from Philosophy Tube where Abigail looks like Elish fucking Norn is hornier than that. Oh shit, I'm
Horny.
dying.
Oh no, you gonna. You all right?
Sorry. No, I'm dying.
Well, don't do that.
I'm trying not to.
You should definitely not do that. Oh yeah, that picture's horny, but it's not something bannable. In fact, they let naked pictures on this on the no, not
We have had way hornier
Not YouTube.
pictures. We have had way hornier pictures. Oh, there's some transphobia.
What are they gonna do? Slap us with a misinformation?
Yeah.
With a
I'd like to see them try, these bastards. We juked them.
bastards.
Fuck them.
Oh no,
Everybody loves
he's
stream
in
craft.
sand.
Yeah, I don't know. All I do know is that we now have the ability to do cockatrice, and we now have the ability to do definitely spell table. So we can stream a shit ton of magic content and try to get that money.
Money, money,
Yeah,
money.
is that like a real niche? Is that something people actually
Yeah.
do?
People love Spice 8 Rack. Shout out.
Well, even if we're noobs, well, even if I'm a noob,
They
Did
really
you say
love
people love spicy racks?
Spice 8 Rack. He's an anarchist magic player.
an anarchist magic player.
Spice is a good guy.
Yeah, a lot of people give anarchists give them shit, but for the most part, they're good people. Way better than fucking libs.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, everybody thinks I hate anarchists. I've tried to explain this several times. They are my second pick for a reason.
Yeah, it's like you're disappoint. It's like your disappointing little sister,
Yeah,
little brother, little sister.
the little brother who's so
You're
close
like
but not there.
you're so close, but you're not there.
Yeah, you could pull this off, but you're not doing it.
And then they double down on the shit. You're just like, oh, come on, man. I want to give you a hug, but you're tripping.
Yeah, why did you? Why could you just have stopped that sentence a moment earlier, and then we'd be best friends again?
Are you an anarchist or are you an ANCOM? Because I feel like you're all ANCOM.
Yeah, well, a lot of people like prefer the ANCOM shit because, like, at the end of the day, like, if you just went pure anarchism, like, sharing is caring is not an economic strategy that works.
No,
But
it doesn't.
Kropotkin has some really like Hegel and Marx have a
Kropotkin
lot
is a
of.
dude.
Kropotkin is a mensch on a lot of things, but Kropotkin is mostly against Marx and Hegel on their view on the view on art. Like,
Oh,
yeah, so Kropotkin's statement on art is what the artist can't get the artist's hands are too precious to get a little fucking dirty, right?
oh.
Um, stream, I'm gonna read your chat. I'm gonna read those in a moment. No, Ian Carm's not libertarianism. Hold on, that's harsh. So Kropotkin's stance on like artists is like they can get their
I can see how they would say that though,
yeah, he's like what they can't get their
but
fucking
it's
hands
not.
dirty. Whereas like so like Kropotkin's framing of it is kind of negative and resentful, right? Like, but whereas Marx and Hegel would say something more like, well, okay, both would say art for its own sake is just fine, right? Both
Hmm.
kind of definitely believe that. But Marx, especially, his view on art was that essentially we should try to reduce the amount of work time you need to live, like i.e. the commodity production time. We should try to get that down to a bare minimum so that we have more time to do that kind of stuff. Because there's a lot of human creativity and potential. Like, in Marx's mind, it's not hard for him to see that the art in both like just abstract pieces like music or pictures and shit, right? TV
Hmm.
shows, all that kind of stuff, and also the art in like form and function in terms of actual practical use of things. So like you could have a spoon, or you could have somebody who's like dedicated to making really nice spoons, so then all the spoons look really nice, right? There's a, if you will, like what people ascribe as a term quality to what Marx thinks on it. So it's like if you give those innovators that we call them, like we pretend they're doing something magical, if you just be like, yeah, this guy fucks around and he likes to remake spoons that look cooler than regular spoons, and now we can manufacture those spoons en masse because they look cooler or nicer or whatever.
I mean, it
Uh,
makes sense. He's basically just saying like, you got priorities, buddy. People are starving.
right.
And
Yeah, get motherfuckers fed. And then when everybody's fed, you can all just go out and be creative and dick around with shit and have
I
fun
mean,
with it.
and that's from a whole different era before pop culture was even a thing.
They had popular culture. It's just it doesn't look like ours.
No, I mean like mass media,
Yeah.
Hollywood style pop. You know what I mean?
Oh shit! You guys are in here watching Ranma. Did I already miss the
Hmm.
Yeah, you
incredibly?
broke the game.
Did I miss the
You
incredibly
said the
racist depiction
word.
of the Chinese man?
It's okay. It's okay. All right. So True's
One of my
here.
favorite. It's one of my favorite parts is the incredibly racist depiction of the Chinese man that works at the Springs.
To be fair, that comrade also beats the shit out of every character in the show at least once.
Yes, that's my favorite part though.
So
Is
is it racist that he's a lovable Chinese man who can also just beat the ever living fuck out of you if you piss with him because he's a well
no,
trained
I'm talking.
communist soldier?
I'm,
Is it
that
Probably,
guy,
racist?
probably.
like
I don't
he,
think so.
I don't know. I don't know what they do if they release it now, but in the ones that I used to get on VHS way back, his voice actor was extremely racist
No,
towards
it's the
Chinese
same
people.
guy.
Hey guys, we should start a petition to get Ranma rebooted.
Yes. Oh, that would go over like a ton of bricks in this fucking society. All right,
Hey, I'm sure Ranma is
He's so
aged
good.
really well.
stream Ice Spice. I stream Ice Spice instead of Spice 8 Rack. I don't know. Spice 8 Rack's a good guy.
It would
Spice
go
rocks.
over well because they would love it.
Is
And
Spice in
I'm sure
it? Chat, you have to tell me. Is Spice in it? I didn't know that. And Com is just libertarians. We covered that. And Caps are definitely libertarians. That's based and correct. No need to apologize. No need to apologize on that. We all make mistakes. It's all good. And you got the correct answer. You knew what you wanted to say, chat. I'm loving it. Bread and roses. Marx understood beauty was just as important as food. Yeah, the food. And notice the phrasing, right? Marx is meticulous in his language. So when he says bread and roses, he means bread first.
Yeah.
Okay. Spices it. Spices it. They, I assume, then is what I could refer to him regular. I don't refer to they regularly. God damn it. I'm tired. It's gonna. All right. I'm gonna fuck this up for a while, but I will fix it overall. Um. Just making you aware. So bread and roses. Yeah. So Marx is meticulous about language. Ice Spice would bring in cash. She's so popular right now. I don't know who Ice Spice is. I don't know.
He's a rapper.
There is
Not
no way
bad,
we're getting a rapper on this show. Jesus Christ, look at us.
and especially not when it's high profile as that.
Only like two
That's
of
a
you were cool enough to even
that's a
begin to
that's
put
a
it on.
that's a big deal, even if they were to go on anybody's podcast.
Yeah, we couldn't do that. We know our limits.
They'd probably go on like Jon Stewart or some shit.
Definitely. Ugh. Yeah. So anyway, Marx is linguistically very like precise. So when Marx says bread and roses, the food is more important than the beauty, but the beauty is not unimportant.
But hey, if Ice Spice were to just so happen contact us, I'd definitely let her on.
Yeah.
Let him on. Let him on.
Definitely. Definitely. All right, I'm shutting up again because now my throat hurts.
Comrade Cardi as well. Actually, any rap, any decent rapper. Actually, not even decent. Any rapper that's not a chud.
Post Malone. We're getting Post Malone, people.
Well,
Hey, if we
the
do the
Chuck
magic
rappers
stuff.
still,
That'd be
the Chuck
fun. I
rappers
would be
will
okay
still
with that.
say it's a grift though. Like, isn't that guy that's on all the QAnon documentaries now? Doesn't he just openly say to whoever's interviewing him, like, "Yeah, this is a grift"? It's like a white dude has like a MAGA.
Jackson Dickless. Jacked my
He's
son off.
definitely in that orbit, but like,
Jackson
I'm trying to
Pickles.
think what this guy's name is.
Um,
Kind of country boy looking, has like face tattoos and shit.
he's a MAGA guy.
Yeah,
Or,
it's like a MAGA rapper that like was pretty big on all the QAnon circuit. You know, like wherever you can stop and in that genre, that guy will show up and rap a hit song or whatever.
huh.
Wait, are you talking about that fucking one rapper with
It's a
that
white dude
Republican
like
shit? Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
face tattoos and wears a MAGA
Yeah,
hat all the
yeah.
time.
It was straight garbage.
Oh yeah, the rapping is not good. I mean, I'm sure you're all shocked. I'm sure you're all shocked to hear that the content of this rap music and the rapping itself, neither thing are good. I'm sure you're all shocked.
Honestly, I am shocked.
Eminem, he is not.
No, no. Second coming of Vanilla Ice was it did not happen.
Wow. Wait, that was what he was aspiring to.
Well, I imagine they all are. I mean, right? I mean,
Listen, I'd be happy to be M.
I thought they were just aspiring to grift. Get a check from what's the right wing Soros?
because people will tell
Tom
you,
McDonald, the
Brothers.
Canadian MAGA rapper. Thank you, chat.
The Koch
Yes.
brothers.
yes,
Oh yeah,
people,
well they're dead, aren't they? No, one of them.
people will tell you the names of
Soon it's gonna be two. Thanks God.
because they're trying to be like, no, white guys
Just
rap.
you're still there. Just saying.
They're good great rappers. But like, then you'll say, well, are they as big as Eminem or Vanilla Ice? And then the person inevitably says, well, no, nobody knows about them.
They're not
Like,
even
okay.
Bubba Sparks, buddy. They're not even.
Yeah, man, I've at least
They're not
heard
even
of
Vanilla Ice.
Did you say not even Bubba Sparks?
They're not even
I've at
Vanilla
least heard
Ice,
of
bro.
Bubba Sparks. But he's
They're not.
no Vanilla Ice.
They got who? Tom McDonald.
Tom McDonald.
Why you gotta be an old McDonald, bro?
Right, that just sounds like a Canadian guy's name because it is. It's just a regular Canadian guy. That's just his name.
I would have thought he was Irish.
Yo, what up? This is the MAGA rapper Jeff.
Yeah. Jeff Brown.
I'm with my boy DJ Dylan. What up? What up? What up?
Well, I mean, Jim Jones does that.
Yeah, I suppose
David Banner.
a lot of really big rappers that just use their own name, which is
Fucking
it's
David
becoming
Mike
more
Jones. Mike Jones. Mike Jones.
Your Kevin Gates is a rapper who just uses his own name. I guess it's not that crazy to use your own name.
They never do that if they're Arab though. You never hear you never hear an Arab name.
Yo, what up? It's DJ
Well, that's because DJ
Mohammed.
Khaled can't like stop screaming, "We the best."
Yeah, you're right. Mike Jones.
DJ Shinji. Back in this fucking robot.
Yo, what up? This is DJ Perry. This is DJ Caleb. All of them are just named DJ.
No, it would be Little. If it's a rapper, it's Little. If it's a DJ, it's DJ.
What up? This is Little Caleb. Yo, what up? This is DJ.
It's Lil Caleb.
Little Caleb.
Yeah. That's it. That's the rap name.
What a lame fucking name. Oh.
MC Braden in the house.
Lil Wayne wasn't even the first to do it.
Oh my god, that's right. Oh, Little Wayne. Yeah, you'd think that was a white guy. What a terrible name.
Wayne.
Little Wayne.
Yeah,
Well, I
without
mean,
the
that is
Lil.
the kid that shot himself. So
What's that?
that is the kid that shot himself. So.
Little Wayne?
Yeah,
Or
a long time ago.
Little Braden shot Little Wayne.
Lil
Yeah.
Wayne and get Lil Wayne and Little Brady together.
Little Bright in the house. This is DJ Bryceland. What up, what up, what up?
Hey, you guys, you'll never believe this,
This
guys.
is DJ Lil Rasputin in the house.
I'm a Millbrook. Well, hold on. Jim Jones has street cred though. He is from Millbrook Project in the Bronx. I'm a Millbrook Project tenant, the place where they train.
Oh, we're not
paramedics
saying
in the
that they're
Bronx.
not. We're just saying that it's funny they use their names.
Yeah.
MC Jim Jones would be good.
MC Jim Jones. What up?
Jim Jones.
Y'all want to see my penis? Give me a what?
Lil Manson in the house.
I'm little Charlie.
Lil Manson.
Little Charlie. Oh.
DJ Charlie M. Yeah.
Young Manson.
Guys, breaking news. Apparently Ye has changed his name again.
Charles Manson. I
That's
I
right.
like what he did for his people. That's all I'm saying.
That's
Yeah.
right. It is Little Hitler.
Is murder wrong? Yes, but he did it for his people.
But let me
Yeah.
finish. Let me finish.
Dude, there are so many guys who are jumping on that train. Like, no, we get it. Murder's bad, right? But like what Hitler did for the Germans was like amazing. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many
You
dudes
wish
jumping on that.
All I'm saying is everybody knows his name.
You wish you had a government that could carry out, stuff like that well. Like, you wish your government functioned like that. Functioning government.
It's pathetic, but there's like a lot. That's like Arami's new kick. He's like, wow,
All I'm saying is he had a happy wife.
yeah. The wife was so sad when he was gonna die that she had to go with him. Effing chat, fam.
No. Where were you going before? That sounded like it was going to be promising.
No, it's not gonna be promising. Arami's on that kick though, where he's like, look, I'm not saying Hitler. He's doing
Oh
that.
yeah.
Do you remember that joke from the Whitest
He's
Kid?
gonna start talking about the family.
Yeah. Thanks, Cohen. Actually, a very small soft spot for Jim Jones. His heart was almost close to being in the same neighborhood. It's a good place. He started off looking really good. I'll say that about Jim Jones. And he did beat Nancy Pelosi in an election, which is based. No, he beat Dianne Feinstein. I'm sorry. He beat Dianne Feinstein. That's
Same
real
difference.
shit. Yeah, that's real though. Like he really did kick her ass in an election.
That's elder abuse.
Yeah. Well, they're the same age.
An electoral beatdown.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant recently.
No.
Electoral
People just
assault.
wrote in Jim Jones to kick Dianne Feinstein's ass.
Well, I mean, which one of them has like more living brain cells at this point is debatable.
Right.
Highly.
Have you ever heard Dianne Feinstein's background? She's like, my mother was a Russian immigrant who used to beat the shit out of me. She tried to drown me in a bathtub and my siblings several times, and she used to electrocute us and whip us. I love my mother.
Oh.
It's like your mother had postpartum depression that was left untreated and she tried to murder you. Like this is not what you think it is. This is not like a cute story about your wacky mother. Like this is like you're attesting to severe and repeat abuse at the hands of your caretaker.
Your mother was a less successful Andrea
time.
Yates.
Yeah.
It was about the third time she beat me to a bloody stain into the floor that I started to realize that maybe I should get out of there.
Yeah, she really
But-
like has some
I
weird
just
fucked
asked
up
how your
stories.
day was.
What do you guys think? You guys think? Do you guys think there's any old Bethany Mandel tweets left that we haven't read yet? Because
No. Please don't make me read Bethany Mandel.
Whatever happened to Coffee Spoonie?
Oh,
well, she can't hang. She can't compete with the likes of some of the psychos that are out there on Twitter. You know,
Her power
she
level's
faded
too
into
low now.
obscurity because
You're just
she was
saying
too
that.
busy.
You're just saying
Still
that
kicking
you're.
around.
Yeah, I'm sure she's still got the moves.
Well, I don't know about all that, but
ooh, I got the moves like Jagger.
You could just look up the average, DoorDash rating in that area and find out. That's how you do a wellness check on her. Is you make sure that all the DoorDashers and gig employees in the area still get 1 star for everything, and then you know she's okay.
Babe, what's wrong? You rated that DoorDash delivery driver a 2.5.
That's gonna
Look,
make
they're
him
having a
complacent.
bake-off now. It's like they thought about it and was like, okay, we've got a fight. Now we got to have cooking.
Okay, the middle one is a chef. The other two can't cook. I already know this joke, and I know this episode.
Do you think back then? Do you
Imagine.
think back then there
Hold
were
on.
guys that were so crazy, that were like guys are now, and they were just like, oh, Ukyo beat me with the big spatula. Like, do you think that was?
Okay. All right. No, hold on. This gets to it. Out of the 4 of them on screen right now, who do you pick? Because I'm clearly picking the middle.
I'm going with
Oh,
buns.
well, I mean,
Buns
like
is acceptable.
I want Ukyo to beat me with the big spatula.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to live in her underwear drawer like that old man's going to, right there. That guy.
Right.
The best character on the show.
I do not want the psychotic, and I don't want the one who's bleeding into the cookies.
I learned from Ranma 1/2 that that's why ninjutsu was developed,
Yes.
was so that you could shrink your body size and use stealth to live inside someone's underwear drawer.
Which is based.
Ninja skills.
I
That is
I like how
what that
Skirt
dude
just
does.
snuck in to watch Ranma 1/2. I mean, like, I'm not gonna fucking contribute all. I just want to watch the show.
I'm telling you, I was excited when I came in here. I was extremely excited when I came here. This was on. I love these, despite how racist it.
Yeah, we might have to just stream old school anime now.
Don't test me, dude. This could be like a regular thing.
Yeah, we should. I like it.
This is a really when we're having the relaxing night where we don't have a heavy topic. This is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Rumiko Takahashi didn't she? Okay, she had
That shit
another
looked good
big
as hell.
thing after.
Based.
They got a
What
whole
was-
lobster in that bitch.
What was the
Fucking
big
going over their
thing that Rumiko had after Ranma? Because I know there was another thing.
Inuyasha.
We talked about this. It was Inuyasha.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
You're thinking about the one before, which is Urusei, which I like Inuyasha. I'll fight over that one. Inuyasha rocks.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's
I
not
don't think
bad.
I don't think I've ever seen the ending.
I have to watch the second series. I don't watch. If it's weird, I watched Benihime the third series, and then I watched the first one over again. I was like, I'll get around to watching the middle one. And I never have.
Well, it was like decentralized back in the day, so like you would get a lot of like it'd be all mixed up,
Yeah.
and so like every time I turn it on, it's like the same goddamn will they won't they like ah.
Yeah.
There's no progression. It's the same thing, which is fine for like late night when you're drunk.
You know, like the
There's
weird
no
thing is,
conclusion.
all of the women on screen right now are over 10 years older than me, but yet they're frozen at this moment of their life at 17. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because they were
Mhm.
like 17 in 1980, like 84. Like they were all
Mhm.
16 to 14 in 84, and I wasn't even born yet.
Okay, all the like you should age up all the characters on shows.
Yeah.
And just make like little joke comics about it.
It's like, like you laugh, but like Bart Simpson is in his mid 40s. He's Homer's age. Like,
Yeah, Bart Simpson is the future Bart now.
yeah. Well, he's older than Future Bart because the Future Bart is always in his 20s. So like,
Was he in his 20s? He
yeah,
looked so
but
much older though.
in reality, Homer Simpson was 39 in 1986. So Bart is older, and Bart was 10. So Bart is older than his dad was when the show started, which is like a really fucked up thought. And The Simpsons needs to stop.
It they can't. It's capitalism.
I know they can't. I know that show is never going to die, and it's going to make me weep every year a bit more.
And when it does die, they'll reboot it.
They will.
Yeah.
Maggie will be the main character.
That way they can
Right.
still fight for that longest running show on television title. At this point, it's just a pissing contest.
It
They
really
just
is.
pay. They just pay to keep it on for the pissing rights.
They just have to stay. They have to keep it. They have to beat South Park by a year, and they'll be fine. Because South Park, I think, is trying to take it over.
Meanwhile, Japan is just laughing at him with fucking One Piece.
Yeah. Lupin, dude.
Lupin.
Lupin qualifies for
Lord.
AARP now. Like, Lupin needs to stop.
Well, no, he was rebooted. He's young again.
Yeah, but what I mean is like that whole thing. That's like Doctor Who.
Trigun.
Trigun's not that long running though. It's only the 80s. Lupin is the 70s and Doctor Who is from the 50s. Like, it's okay if things die. Like, I'm sorry.
Speed Racer.
Speed Racer's from the 70s, yeah.
Yeah, he would be old. He would be fucking.
Fucking Speed Racer would be in a fucking one of those scooters at Walmart now.
He'd be in a scooter. He'd be in a walker.
Trixie, they're going to get the grapes.
Ah!
Speed Racer was pre Adult Swim. It was pre Cartoon Network, right? Speed Racer, MTV started doing Speed Racer, right?
Speed Racer was the first anime I have ever seen.
Were they sure ahead of the game on that shit?
I'd seen that shit when I was like 6.
I don't think the
I'm
Wachowski
old.
movie was very good. That's why you didn't like it. I think you're right, chat. We got another chat going.
Was it
multi-chats tonight?
Wachowski
I forgot
movie?
about that
In the
Speed
Matrix?
Racer movie.
No, the Speed Racer Wachowski movie.
That was the
Oh.
Wachowski brothers.
Oh,
That's funny.
you know,
Well,
you,
at
you
the
say that,
time,
but if you're tripping on acid, that shit is magical.
it's the one in Emil Hirsch's Speed Racer. It's the whitest movie you've ever seen.
You need to not be in a sober state of mind to enjoy it.
It's insanely white.
Ah,
Ah,
I mean, late 90s, early 2000s. Late 90s, early 2000s, arguably one of the whitest time periods.
so white. Oh my God!
you
Wait,
guys,
Emil Hirsch's
I've barely seen white people in.
Emil. I shit you not. Emil Hirsch's middle name is Davenport. That is the whitest fucking actor, hands down.
Emil Davenport Hirsch.
Little Emil Davenport on the mic.
Okay,
Young Davenport.
I'm gonna say something really controversial, right? I understand that Susan Sarandon is a white woman, but her giant cans are a pass. She gets to play Mom Racer.
Yeah.
Look at those.
Oh, was she in that thing?
Yeah, she was the mom.
I mean, in the spirit of anime, of course.
Yes. Because we couldn't get Fujiko Kano to play her.
overwrites all.
Yeah, we couldn't get Fujiko Kano to play her or Hitomi Tanaka, so we had to get Susan Sarandon. It was more important to take to the spirit of giant Japanese breasts.
I think that's the thing, though, about a lot of the, if you do a live action movie based on a, beloved anime franchises, you can't really get anybody that looks like, the character. It doesn't even matter whose style it is. Like, you can't really get anybody that looks like that anyway.
What in the fuck? Oh my God.
What?
Her daughter is massively tall and has giant breasts. This is amazing. It is like looking at a taller Susan Sarandon. This is perfect.
I don't need to know about this. What? There's no second Sarandon.
There is Ava Amuraya.
No. I'm just gonna. I'm not going to hear any of this.
You know what? Then I have to prove it.
I'm not gonna hear any of this.
Early 2000s, almost as white as the 1900s. Correct. Why not a huge
Yes.
titty Japanese porno actress? Again, I just covered it. Fujiko Kano was not available. Hitomi Tanaka was not available. Momoka
Early
Nishima was not available.
very white.
Julia was not available. Do you want me to list them all and why they were not available?
When was Smash Mouth from? Was that early 2000s?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very white. That's a very white time.
Smash Mouth came out right after I think that Harvey Danger and that fucking awful flagpole sitter. Then Smash Mouth was like, fellas, we have our in.
Yeah.
And Go-Gurts.
Go Good is the sweetest and the whitest of the transition metals.
They made that product just because somebody made up that word.
Yeah.
That-
Smash
that-
Mouth had Walking on the Sun.
That was during
You
a
know,
time.
how high did they have to be to go, yogurt, but if it was on the go?
What if it was
So
in a
this is
tube? What
this
if I
is how
could
they
just
used to
cut open a
operate.
tube and squirt it in my mouth?
This is how they used to operate. They would come up with the name of the fast first, or the junk food, or whatever, and then worry about how to make it later.
By the
Once
way,
you had the
It's yogurt in a tube. How hard
True.
can it fucking be to make?
true, check chat. True, check chat. I solved it.
hold
I
on,
proved to you.
let's scroll back over. Hang on.
Popgurt.
Man, her ex is horny too. I'm not gay, but
I'm gonna need you to slow
Respect.
gurt.
this one's for the ladies.
What the hell?
Yeah. So I'm saying,
That's just
Who dat?
rude as hell.
why is it rude?
Who that?
It's just like, I mean,
That's Susan Sarandon's daughter. There's just another one.
Oh, okay.
but her mom is still distracting to know about.
Yeah.
Like
You
her
feel
mother
guilty.
never just became like a thing you don't think about anymore. That hasn't happened yet.
No,
It's just rude
it is.
to be having more Sarandon when you haven't finished the Sarandon that you already had.
The Sarandon that we have at home.
Right. It's wasteful.
Rom-com
Sir,
where 30-something
I'm
guy
going to
seduces
need
this
you
woman
to
to
clean
get to Susan
all of your
Sarandon.
Sarandon off your plate.
Not
That is
done with
definitely
the Sarandon
happening.
I already had.
That is definitely happening. We're writing that. That's the next movie I'm gonna write. It's gonna call it "Can I See Your Mother's Giant Cans?"
That's just the name of like
Oh my
a
God.
Japanese
Oh my
Just-
God, we're just gonna call it "Mommy Knockers." That's. We're just calling it fucking "Mommy Knockers," and it's a horror movie.
Mommy Knockers.
It's a horror movie about how you can't pay attention to your girlfriend, who just looks like a younger version of her mom. Her mom's got giant cans.
It's actually the original draft of the Tommy Knockers. Everybody told Stephen King, you gotta change this, man.
You gotta have the scene where you go to a wedding for someone and accidentally some water gets spilled all over mom's tits, and
Yeah.
you gotta go take her to the bathroom to clean it off, and they're stuck in there awkwardly gasping at each other.
Yeah. They're just way too horny. It's called Mommy Knockers.
And then a knock at the door, and she's like, "Mom, are you trying to?"
Sounds like the plot really changed a lot when he had
Interior
right.
Day.
I don't remember that stuff from the Tommy Knockers at all. They really had to rework that one.
Oh my God, Steven, it's not. You can't just make a horror movie about a giant pair of breasts. You've gone too far.
Susan Sarandon stuck in the washing machine again.
Yeah. Just rip off Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Smash Mouth is openly fascist.
Are they now? I didn't know.
Oh, they're
that.
openly anti-fascist. I misread that one.
Oh, okay.
What?
Are
yeah,
they?
that has a very different
Are they?
connotation.
I mean, I would have believed you either way.
Oh boy, the new weed is frosty is shit and smells like a football arena urinal. Based.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how the Smash Mouth thing works for a second. I was like, that doesn't. Hang on.
Oh boy.
Well, you see, 25 years ago, they spoke out and they broke out.
Stephen Queen's Mommy Knockers. There we go. That's gonna be it. I'm gonna make porno movie version titled names. I fucking lost that joke. Never mind. I fell out. It just fell.
You already do that, but for Japanese titles.
You're right. You're right. I can't. So what would instead of Cujo, it would be Shiblo. Yeah, she's on the market, by the way. Hook me up with this woman. If
Now,
you,
Cujo,
Ava Mira.
Cujo almost works as is.
Yeah.
Like, it's so close to so many slurs and terrible slang terms.
I'm so. Who the
Oh,
fuck
hey,
is
is your mom home?
Red Hot V
Yeah.
just goes through and looks up hot pictures of celebrities and then it's like just post them. It's almost like Red Hot Jam, which is a Japanese porno company, but it's not the same. Just so you know, it's like a knockoff of Red Hot Jam from like the 2000s, which was just like, what if we shoved a carrot in there? Like that was their entire premise of that whole series of Red Hot Jams.
Oh,
That's
jam is a verb.
That's crazy how you can be famous for your mom having big knockers.
Yes.
I was thinking
I mean,
jam as
they're
a
pretty
noun,
big,
like
though.
this is the jam.
Like Lizzo, okay, if Lizzo has a child, Lizzo's child will be famous because Lizzo has giant knockers. All right, that's just what's going to happen. Is it? I think it's evil of me, but I keep hoping that like Ben Shapiro's sister Abigail, right? Like that kid comes out and it's just like a miniature Ben Shapiro, and then everybody just keeps showing him his mom's like gigantic labia. It's like, look what your mom did on the internet a bunch. When she's like, "You can't do that. That's pornography and it's the devil." And it's like, "Mom, you're in porn." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're a professional. The only reason you're famous is because you have giant cans and showed them off.
No, she's a classical music lady. She plays a violin or something.
With her,
How many
like just like those women in Tijuana who play with the ping pong balls, right? Like, that's how she plays.
how many millions of dollars do you think Ben Shapiro paid to see his sister's tits?
Oh my god! So he used to see that shit for free. Why do I
I mean,
feel like
not after you get money, you gotta pay that.
I feel like they used to chain him to the wall and she would like flash and be like, "You can't have these," and he would be like grunting. You know what I mean? And he would just be like, and they'd like chain his hands. You know what I mean? So he couldn't you know what I mean? Like even jerk off. And they were like, "You cannot have this. You cannot have this." Like that. All I'm saying is that bit came from somewhere.
In the Skirt Vonnegut in the Discord chat, the most trying to determine a more ridiculously titty oriented instrument, accordion. That's the instrument.
Yeah, it's
Should be every should play the accordion in the orchestra.
Mama's got a squeeze box. Daddy never sleeps at night.
Yeah.
Or they just play that on the rock station down here at like 1 in the afternoon or something when you're a kid and you're like, what's a squeeze box? And everybody, before you even finish saying squeeze box, everybody starts screaming, accordion! It's an accordion!
Shit, bro, we can make it happen. We have the technology, the Bionic Man style, with the accordions in the boobs, with the accordion sound in the boobs. It's possible. It's the future. We can do it. It's real. We can do it.
Listen, in defense of Ben, we probably should stop saying his because he had that like amazing top surgery.
You just gotta do it. I believe. You gotta believe.
I wish they'd stop dead naming him. Like, what's her name now, Betty?
Is that what people keep posting that picture of that other weirdo on the Daily Wire that looks like Shapiro?
That's just Ben Shapiro. Ben had top surgery, so now it's Betty.
Yeah, what
and
the
it's
fuck
she.
was that? They're cloning this motherfucker now?
No, oh my god, how many times did I explain it? Ben Shapiro was like, I can't have my sister's giant breasts, so I will just have breasts like my giant titty sister. Got top surgery and is now Betty Shapiro.
Oh, okay, I got you now. Okay.
God.
Okay.
So they're only ever it's like a Resident Evil Code Veronica situation. There only ever is a Ben or an Abigail. They're the same person, and they just occasionally go get expensive surgery to go appear as the other one. Okay, I follow now.
Yes.
By the way, no, I've been watching. Listen, I have been watching the anime. He gets in hot water and then he becomes Abigail Shapiro. Mad what to hear with this nonsense.
Shapiro one
Oh,
half.
fucking.
That was good. That was really
I'm
good.
trying to think who else works at the Daily Wire other than Bethany Mandel, but the only one I can think of right now is Bethany Mandel because of all of the tweets that she ever posted. But no, fine. Bethany Mandel, fine. Bethany Mandel also jumped in the same spring because she wanted to be able to switch genders, but she's bummed out because she just turns into a panda. She just turns into a panda that complains about the maid all the time.
Oh, we got enough views to get a crypto grifter in chat. What? Woo!
Oh, hell yeah.
Based.
Tell that robot. Tell that
Does the
robot.
crypto grifter want to buy some of our crypto coins?
Tell that
We're selling
robot
commie coins.
2,000 shit coins of whatever shit coin it's selling. I don't have any money. Tell that robot I will take them.
Why is this single mother telling us that her sex is
Tell
fire?
that-
Are you looking to add another kid to that repertoire?
Tell that robot I said run your shit, bitch.
Kimberly Klasick, the only black woman who's a Republican who also sometimes feels bad about the shit she says. Good for her. She'll come around one day.
Well, there's levels to it that they can, if they think that there's some kind of altruist or, they're like making the world better, and then they realize that they're really not, then they can go to that level where it's okay because you can't make the world better, right? Like, I used to think I could, but then when I realized that I wasn't doing it, then I figured out that really no one can.
Hey guys, what if instead of making things better, we just made it as worse as possible? Libertarian.
She's had
Well,
too much plastic surgery on those eyes. She's going for an Asian
I
eye
just
thing, and it's not a good look.
I just passed this one church that very rarely has a banger sign in front of it, but I think it said, "If a man be in Christ, he is a new creature." That's kind of a banger. I'm impressed. There's not usually good church messages down here.
You find in
Usually they're very boring, except for that one that we saw, where that guy prayed to Jesus to please curse all Democrats and Marxists. It was pretty cool.
How could you curse us more? We're forced to live here.
Right. That's what I would really hope.
right?
I really would hope that Christ was merciful towards us when he received that prayer for us to be further cursed, because I think living with these motherfuckers is plenty. I think it's already, I don't know how much worse it needs to be for us to be tormented.
They talk of demons and goblins and all kinds of horrors beyond recognition, but they don't have chuds. So I think we might be even.
Yeah.
In bed with a goblin.
Blah, 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 the goblins are coming for you.
I would take demons over Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, some of them you can be quite reasonable with.
Yeah, they got rules, structure,
Yeah.
They just want your soul. They just want your soul. They're not gonna start a fucking.
Oh,
And
folks.
you can draw a circle and trap them, and you don't even have to give them Percocets.
Folks, the only thing keeping my penis hard today is 3 pounds of Viagra I ate earlier and 2 popsicle sticks I've taped around my penis. That's the goddamn Democrats' fault. Now, I'm going to finish this live pig on national radio.
Now, he did have that problem for many years, but it was cured instantly when he got a hard-on that would last until he finally died from having a hard-on for too long. When they gave him that Presidential Medal of Freedom, remember? And he was sitting right next to Melania on one side and some other gross Republican lady on the other side. I can't remember, but they had him sandwiched in between his two dream hotties. And then they gave him the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And there were pictures of Rush's reaction to it. You know that man is sprung when you see those pictures. You know that that's what killed that dude. He
Yeah.
could have lived another 20 years. But no. They just had to give him the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Well, that Rush
You
Limbaugh
don't got
joke is
enough blood
just for
for that.
Twitter. Got to follow at KetzerN on Twitter to see that joke about Rush Limbaugh. Oh,
Do
yeah.
you still have that picture that I posted that time of him popping his fucking wood at the fucking Presidential Medal of Freedom shit?
Somewhere.
He's making the O face.
I like how he had chicken legs, but then so his penis looked big, but in reality it's like a 3-inch penis on a leg that is just bone and some leathery skin. Like you're talking, that thing is only as round as I don't know, like a television remote. You know what I mean? And it's got. By the way, he's shaped like a blue meanie, right? Like.
Well, they have the big boots. They have the big boots and like the round ass torso. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's shaped like those ones. He's shaped like those ones that have the little fez hat, the blue meanies, where they have a little fez hat and they have the big stomach, the big teeth
Never
on it.
seen the blue meanie. That is, wow,
Yeah.
wow.
That's always picture
That's a
those
real
figures.
thing.
That was Rush Limbaugh's body type.
Jeez.
Yeah. Somebody
Yeah.
updated the art for the Blue Meanies and tried to make it like the weird, like that sexy anime modern, and it's like this is terrible in every way. Hold
Yeah,
on.
it's not gonna work.
Now you know what I got to do, right? Sexy Blue Meanie, go.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. But when
That
that film was designed, the only thing anybody was thinking about fucking was a fucking hole in the couch because they were all tripping fucking balls.
yes.
They would have fucked a hole in a fucking tree when they were making that movie.
My God, yes. Jesus Christ. But somehow the Blue Meanies look like both like shit and nightmare fuel, and that's an impressive feat.
Well,
I love nightmare fuel.
the animation is really good too. Like, okay, it's a really low frame rate, and there's all these parts where the Blue Meanies are like skipping around and like celebrating all the bad stuff they're doing to people. And it has so few frames that you usually get to see like these great poses where they're like mid prance.
Yeah.
It really does look like the spirit of like a mean and hateful person when they're like doing bad shit.
Yeah.
It's just such a good design in that sense. Like, it just looks weird and shitty and makes you a little uncomfortable.
Just looking at a Blue Meanie makes me feel uncomfortable and unhappy.
The coolest guy from that movie is the big glove, though. The coolest guy from that movie is the big hand that the Blue Meanies send out to like smash shit.
Glub?
Yeah, it's the big hand. It's toward the end of the movie. He's flying around and he's smashing shit.
Oh shit. That is worse.
Yeah, he has like a big face on him.
He's like a blue glove.
Yeah, that guy rules.
That's nightmare fuel. Because the teeth are in between the two middle fingers, so like when he talks, it's like the hand moves funny and fucked up. And oh, and
Wait,
of course
as I recall in the movie, I think he just has a horrible like Peanuts teacher kind of voice, right?
yeah,
Like in the
maybe.
movie, I think he's like Jabba the Hutt or whatever.
I don't like it. I'm gonna stop. This is the worst thing the Beatles ever made.
You know, there's a lot of scary shit in the old Beatles stuff. You know, where a lot of scary shit going on in fucking Hard Day's Night and shit like that.
Yeah. This is kind of horrible.
Yeah, the early rock and roll movies just could not. Well, they're not as good. I mean, I like Yellow Submarine. I always like Yellow Submarine, but that's the only one from before the late '70s, early '80s, where you started to get good ones. You started to get the fucking Led Zeppelin one, and The Wall fucking rules because of all the Gerald Scarfe animated sequences, and even outside the animated sequences, The Wall's just a good movie. But the rock and roll movies from the '60s, yeah, like the Beatles ones, the Monkees one, that's not as good. Well, I don't know. The Monkees one's surprisingly good when you consider what it is, right?
I have the urge to sing Yellow Submarine, but I know immediately we are getting a lawsuit.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Applebee's. Yeah. They're not
can't-
gonna. They don't
You,
play
you,
that.
you were kind of pushing it by saying the title. You might as well just
Yeah,
call
I,
it a blue.
Gays.
I,
Call it
Call
a
it
I
a
blue,
need
win
to.
there.
blue
Yeah.
submersible.
Dan meant blue
Blue,
submersible.
blue,
That's what Dan.
yeah, that's right. Up the
Goldenrod,
asshole of my
goldenrod
mom, right
submersible.
there. Hold on, I want to see if that took the stream down. I
Wouldn't be
guarantee you,
surprised.
Facebook is going to be like, we're going to have to censor that content. Up the
Your ad
asshole
revenue
of
is
my
going to Apple too high, motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh God,
I
Christ!
love.
This is whoa. What? There's a McFarlane toy for the Beatles, and this is fucking horror movie shit right now. First off, it's Asian face. Like, let's get that out of the fucking way. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Oh, whoa!
Ooh. It looks like
That's
a fa-
Paul, right?
how is yeah, that's just a doll. How is that both like Asian face and a fucking pharaonic death mask?
You guys don't be googling horrors beyond our comprehension. I'm still driving. Oh my god! What the fuck, dude?
Oh, I know, right?
The vagina hair makes it confusing too.
Is it? That's Paul, isn't it? That's
It,
even more fucked up than that.
It's
That's
not
supposed
even
to be Paul
human.
McCartney.
Yeah, it's the Paul doll.
That's even more fucked up. Like they just don't have, and they tried for the design of the movie to make the four Beatles visually distinct. But
yes.
you're working so hard because it was before people knew that they were going to be iterated in cartoon characters and action figures and shit. So they didn't try hard enough to begin with to differentiate themselves. You know, by the time you get around to Kiss, that's the first motherfuckers who were like, okay, we know how this is going to go. Okay, we're instantly
We're
recognizing
prepared.
which one of us that it is. You never have any trouble telling Violent J from Shaggy Two Dope, is what I'm saying. This is
Which one is which? No, it's
Oh.
fine.
well, I guess with ICP it's a little more confusing because they're generally speaking neither violent nor dope. Well, I don't know. They had a couple of dope singles, for a second back in the day. I
I'm
still like the
s-
Rainbows thing.
It's the
I
cloud of
have
the name.
I have gone from just horny sick posting to fucking now I'm just looking at nightmares. Like these are things I'm gonna see before I die now. I punish myself.
And the ICP notwithstanding is whether they're good or not. I'll tell you who fucking rules is Juggalos. You guys ever been to an Insane Clown Posse concert?
Somebody's on
It's
the
not.
Juggalos right now for being transphobic, and I have no idea what the hell they're talking about.
Well, I'm sure they're all kinds of
Well,
phobics. I mean, they're a bunch of weird motherfuckers. I don't think they gatekeep it,
I
except
mean,
Nazis. They like
hold
don't
on.
like Nazis.
How many of them are trans?
Who the hell knows?
Which ones are you asking?
I haven't studied. Yeah, I haven't studied them, so I don't know what the fuck happened.
The only thing I can say for sure about those fuckers is they know how to have fun at a fucking concert.
They
The
do.
the one I went to, everybody was like, "Oh, let's go get in this mosh pit like situation," and I was like, "No, mosh pits are dog shit, and I don't play that shit because I'm not trying to get hurt while I'm out here trying to have fun." And then everybody goes, "No, no, it's different. You'll see. Trust us. We promise." And I'm like, "Okay." So we go out there and everybody's packed real tight together. Nobody's like moshing or anything yet. And I'm like, "The fuck is?" So then they spray the crowd with Fago in such a voluminous quantity, right? That it's like it's
Yeah.
lubricating everyone, okay? So then you get some mosh action going, and at one point I thought I was going to be crushed, but then I was squeezed up and out of the crowd onto the top of the crowd into a crowd surfing position by like the lack of friction. Okay? I squeezed out like toothpaste coming out of a tube and crowd surfed until I hit a place where there wasn't enough surface tension to keep me up there, and then I dripped back down into it. Like those fuckers, juggalos know how to have a good time.
By the way, chat on chat now. I dropped a bad take.
Like a shit? You just dropped a deuce?
Yeah, I dropped a
Hey,
really bad take.
let's see what author Damon Young's article is called. Oh, let's see what his article is titled. Straight black men are the white people of black people. Oh, right. Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
and it's by a black
Hold
dude.
Sure.
on. I didn't even. What the fuck did that say?
Straight black men are the white people of black people. What's not to understand?
Straight white men are the white people of black people.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Filed
I'm
What the
to
confused
fuck
why
does
you're
black
that even
women.
confused.
mean?
That means once you peel away white people, the bad people in society
But
are
look, this
black.
publication. Look, this
Wow.
publication is organized by what area of the
Get the
publication
fuck
it's
out.
filed to, and this one, of course, is filed to black women. Oh, right, of course, sure.
Oh my god,
I'm
this is
sorry.
gonna
That
kill
whole
me.
logic. Oh my god. What?
Attention, black women. Straight black men are the white people of black people. Sure, just a normal sentence.
It doesn't. It doesn't compute. I'm
Uh,
hearing it, but it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It
Honestly,
just
I'm
doesn't.
confused. Why you're confused? It just makes sense.
It doesn't. It does not.
Well, if
Makes
you
no
strip
goddamn
away
sense
any
to me.
if you strip away any plans on it making sense, it makes perfect sense.
do you know how
Straight
far up
black
your
men
own
are the white people of black people. What?
No,
straight
there's
black
a white
men
people of.
are the white people, the black people,
I
white
don't think
They're
people,
the
the
that's
black
white
how
people.
that.
people.
I don't think they understand how it works.
Do you know how far you have to cram your own head into your own ass to find that take? Like you have to be so far up there. You're perusing through yesterday's dinner. Like
No, I don't
It's
know.
like it's like
Maybe
the
it's a
black
good article.
experience is
Maybe
getting
we
your
should
ass beat
find
by the
it's
cops.
maybe it's a good article.
straight Asian guys are the gay guys of straight
Like,
guys. Get the fuck out, man. This is fucking surreal. The problem is that Felix was right? The fucking too much information induces schizophrenia. We have hit the point where we have too much. Our species was never meant to get this much info at once. It's driving us insane.
straight black men are the white people of black people.
I like yeah, how like I used to like
So what do they think white mean? Do they think it just means superior?
yeah, they think like well basically what they're saying is that the cause of all black people's problems is black men. Like if you get rid of white people, what will you find underneath it? Black men causing all of the problems for
Black men.
everybody. Isn't that weird? We've arrived at blaming black men yet again.
The white people of black people. The
Our,
white people of black people.
our,
No, that would be Kamala Harris.
No, see, that's not using the analogy properly. You guys really you're not familiar
She's a
with the
fucking
very
cop.
common
How
analogy,
more white does it get than a cop?
but you're not familiar with the very you're not familiar with the very common analogy that's so easy to understand that normal people use in every conversation all the time. The white people of
Normal people
everybody
aren't
says
sitting
that
here
all the
thinking
time. The white people of
How
this, the white people of that.
normal people are not thinking about white people and black people at all like this
if
all day long.
if you point out that Stacey Abrams has lost every election she's ran in, you've internalized racism. If you say that all of the world's problems are the fault of black men, you are fucking based. And
You are
it's that logic right there that like there is no fucking hope in this country. Like
Like, well, they don't. It's just it's just for fun now, right? It's just for funsies now, right? Like,
so did this guy really like go around thinking, yeah, this is gonna be a great article. People are gonna love this.
well, you know what's funny though? You know who's gonna love it? Black women, white men,
it was filed under
self-hating
black women.
black men.
Everybody but black
Whatever
men.
part of this publication is called the black women part, that's where they filed it. So it was presumed that they would love it very much.
It's the four of
Call those
us and a
motherfuckers,
bunch of black guys who don't hate themselves
to call those motherfuckers
who are
the
gonna
white
hate
people of.
this.
So okay. If they're gonna play this game, then what are they gonna admit is wrong with the white people to displace onto the straight black men?
Yeah,
I don't know.
what are
I mean, if you say rape, then it's gonna be rape. If you say grape, then it's gonna be grape on the other one.
Well, if you ask any
Yeah.
white people, if you ask any white men, they'll say that white men are in fact the black people of white people. So that's what they all say. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but to a man, every conservative white man that I know will say that.
That's true. I hear that one all the time from conservative white dudes.
I
You,
also
sir,
hear that
are
one all
you,
the
sir,
time.
are an artist with a brush painting this racist bullshit in masterful strokes.
It's kind of fucking surreal. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
The best part is that a conservative white guy that I like work with or whatever could tell me some version of straight white men are the black people of white people. He could tell me some version of that,
Yeah.
and then 5 seconds later, he could say that, but black people really don't have it that bad, though. Okay? So, simultaneously, it works for him to use this analogy, but actually, don't make too big of a deal about it. They're actually fine.
It doesn't. It does not work at all because to do that, you would have to completely ignore mass incarceration.
You know, I heard that in jail. Hang on. I heard that in jail.
So much privilege in jail.
I heard that in jail, straight white men are the black people of jail. No, that's not quite it. It's so hard to wrap this thing around something else.
Again, your head is so far up your ass, you're crawling down your own neck.
Straight
that's
black
the
men.
one.
Straight black men are the KKK of white people.
It's
What white anarchists are the black people of the Democratic Party. Like,
Just because you can
that one's
string words
real. That
together
one's
doesn't
from the
mean it makes
future.
sense.
That's true.
There's going to be an article called that during the 2024 primaries by an upset anarchist.
Yeah. But you know what? I can't wait to see the hot take that the correct revolutionary position is obviously Joe Biden.
Oh yeah.
Joe Biden is the black guy among presidents. That's it.
Well, if you don't vote for
No.
him,
See,
you ain't
what
black.
they're gonna have to do is they're gonna have to bring back Bernie.
Well, yeah, if they
It'd be
don't
so
bring back
sad.
Bernie, they won't be able to say it. At this point, though, it's likely that Bernie would cock himself and do
they
it.
need a good sheepdog right about now. Their reputation's in the trash for all the years they didn't do shit about anything.
Which is why they're
Yeah.
not going to bring back Bernie. They like being in the trash. They're trash birds. They
This is
enjoy
why they're
hanging
gonna
out in
lose.
garbage.
This is why they're gonna lose hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing's my fault. The Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin put me in this position of fucking you.
Hey, Mac, I don't know how to discipline my party members, so, this is kind of Bernie's fault, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Bernie Sanders drove me over here, and then Joe Manchin dragged me out of the car, and then Kirsten Sinema yanked my pants down, and then the Republican Party grabbed my dick and shoved it into your orifices over and over again without consent. They did this, They did.
Bernie Sanders licked my cupcake and walked away at a very leisurely pace while looking at me with his head swiveled behind his back as he was walking away. So for that reason, I don't like socialism.
If you can't trust a socialist around a cupcake, then clearly you can't trust him around anything.
That's true, Mac. He took my cupcakes, and now I hate socialism.
Sir, was that Bernie Sanders or was that nobody?
As much as we wore ourselves out on the Bethany Mandel posting, there was one good post, and it was after people kept posting the one where she said she got the guy at the Jewish grocery store fired, where she was so proud of herself. After people kept posting that one, the fucking Felix Biederman posted, I was working at this grocery store 12 years ago, and then this lady got me fired, and then I went on to start the Bernie 2016 campaign. Which that was my favorite post out of the whole Bethany Mandel thing, because when you think about all the terrible things that she's done to people for years, just because she didn't think her service was good enough, or because she thinks the maid farted one time, or, whatever was making her angry about the servant class, all the bad stuff she's done to the servant class has just reinforced them being way less like her. Like,
Yeah.
if they ever were going to be, after having to interact with her on a regular basis, that every fucking conservative molecule was ejected out of their body after that. I mean, like, that's what was so funny to me about it, is that this is the same person. Do you guys remember when they were having their little victory lap about her stupid book about how masking in schools fucking traumatized a generation of children or whatever? And then me and a bunch of other people posted the screenshot from her old stupid fucking article about being friends with Nazis, and her co-author responded to mine and said, "Well, it was okay when AOC said it," and then they all fucking high-fived or whatever. And then me and Lee and all these other people who were on this thread, we were just like, we don't care about her. Like, that doesn't matter to us. And then, just nothing. Just crickets.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh no.
What you
My
gonna
AOC dunk. It didn't work. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Is that woman that wrote that horrible book with her, is that woman Australian? I'm not going to be surprised at all if that motherfucker is Australian.
Almost certainly, mate. After
Australians were
all,
consistently
I am that
posting
woman.
about masking. About masking and lockdowns and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Australians shit their pants about that shit.
Well, to be fair, Australians were literally chained to a wall for 72 straight months, so. But that was more or less like, if you let Australians do what they were going to do anyway, like, it's bad for all of the societies, so. They had it coming.
I do like thinking about that. I like thinking about all of the massively left-wing shit that all the people that Beth Mandel is rude to, that
Yeah.
all the massively left-wing shit that they went on to do with their lives. I do like thinking about that.
I just got really happy at the one post she made about how she gets stressed out because like her cleaning lady threatens to throw away, what'd she say, a 22-year-old Mickey Mouse pillow.
Yeah.
So every time she goes in the bedroom, it's like not on the bed and she gets a little nervous. I would love to think that woman is just straight fucking with her.
I would.
It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up that she's more famous than Coffee Spoonie, because honestly, like, that tweet is approaching a Coffee Spoonie level of like cringe horror.
Yeah.
But like it's still only approaching it. Like, it's so fucked up that Coffee Spoonie is less famous than her.
It's depressing. Coffee has earned it. Her bad
For
takes
just
are way better.
Ultimate all-time, like, just wimpy carrot of all time.
Yeah. No, coffee does abuse towards the servants and the peasants way better than anybody, and it's depressing. She's earned it.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I still can't get over this goddamn straight men are the white people or black.
White
What the fuck is that?
men are the Chinese men of
Who
black
the
men.
fuck does that? Who the fuck sits here and thinks the shit like this? Stop oppressing us, black men. Fuck you.
Jesus Christ.
If you guys like that, if you guys like that article, you'll like Beth Mandel's new book. Masking children in elementary school is akin to treating them like black people.
Okay. Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie to you. I do think the masking and the shit and the panic and the paranoia the liberals put out there like really did fuck with kids. But conversely, like
absolutely.
children were forced to watch their classmates die because the conservatives were too lazy to put on a mask. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's probably worse.
perhaps this might
Probably
be
worse for the kids.
this might be one of those ridiculous Dan takes, but perhaps both reactions were equally fucking distressing to children.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that Americans are certainly not fit to raise children by and large.
More than like
What was most traumatic to the children was not seeing any of the adults acting like fucking adults.
Yes, and
Right.
not trying like they depend on us to protect them because they are small and there is a
Yes.
whole planet that is bigger than them and we fucking failed epically. And like
Yes.
everybody's like adamant that they did it right and it's like you both like that's the problem when liberals are like conservatives can't lead. No shit. They are irresponsible drunks at the wheel. The problem is you're saying that with 4 martinis and car keys. Like you can't
Yes.
drive the car either. You can't do
Yes.
it. You're not fit.
And they're both doing it visibly, obviously in front of children. One of the best ways to handle children, by the way, is acting like you have control of the situation.
Yeah. For fuck's sake, if the house is on fire, don't scream it's your dad's fault. Just fucking get out of the house.
Yeah. It's
Everything
not,
else is negotiable.
Yeah. But no,
I'm just gonna shoot at the fire wildly.
Yeah. I'm going to throw some gasoline. Conservatives are like, okay, the house is on fire. I'm going to throw some gas on it, and then I'm going to get back to watching sports, and I don't know why it's hot. It's probably a communist plot. The liberals, like, I have to save the wine cellar. And then when the kids are upstairs screaming, they're like, why don't you go do your job? You know what I mean? Like, you're not doing it either. Like, you're also a failure. Stop saying that.
I almost feel like the only disasters that the American government has responded well to, like as far as like helping the public get through the disaster, I honestly feel like the only ones where they've successfully done that are ones that they did to themselves, like on purpose, like either in broad daylight or in secret, like 9/11 or whatever. Like only the ones that they knew about way in advance did they have their messaging together, right? Like everybody knew why 9/11 was going to happen for a long time. And they all got together and they were like, okay, we can't blame each other that bad about this when this guy does this thing that we know he's going to do already. Okay, we can't be like right then blaming each other. We'll go back to blaming each other for it later, but we got to like go run around New York for a couple of weeks and like act like that we're all together, and this is bigger than politics and shit.
Yeah.
Like they had time to get that response together, of course, because they knew about that it was going to happen. But like with other ones, with disasters, you can tell which ones that they didn't plan or know about. You can tell because those are the ones where as soon as it pops off, they all grab a microphone and start wrecking each other's fucking balls. Like that's how you tell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you've got a response pre-programmed when something happens and you're like, okay, how can we take away people's rights over this?
Yeah.
That's, that's the response that they can jump to. If it's if it's something like a hurricane, for example, like I mean, hurricanes don't have rights to take away, so like they don't make an effective opponent.
Right. That one you just, that one is an easy one. You just act like you think that it's not going to be as bad as it is. And then when it's bad, you say, "Oh man, everybody was blown away by how bad this is." And then,
who could
maybe
have foreseen this event?
Yeah, then maybe you go down there, a couple times or whatever you got to do. Or if it's, New Orleans and it stays flooded for a long time, then, maybe you got to go back down there at some point, which is a massive fucking bummer and huge waste of time. But you still got to, because it's like still flooded.
Yeah.
Because a nation with a defense budget the size of ours can't drain a city that didn't used to have water in it a few days ago. They can't. You can't ask that of them. They're out doing other important stuff with all the very expensive equipment that we bought.
Listen, we got balloons to blow up, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing important stuff.
There might be an Arab around here. We gotta go get him, mate. We can't waste time on civil liberties.
Do they have super expensive equipment that we bought that's for draining like an area of water? Yes, they do. Okay, but that equipment is busy. Okay.
Yeah, it's for military use.
Yeah.
Aren't you the libs that didn't want the military to begin with, man?
Yeah, excuse me. We're using the water pumping machine to milk all these Chinese men so we can troll Jordan Peterson.
I thought you were gonna say waterboarding machine.
That too.
Yeah.
Okay. Something. Come boarding. Okay. All right.
Yes.
But I don't know how you get there, and I don't know how you get away from there. I only know the middle. The middle is the phrase "come boarding." I don't know the rest. I don't know the rest of it. I don't know the other two parts.
We'll figure out the rest from there. Don't worry.
Come boarding.
They state that Jordan Peterson's in right now. If you just showed him that phrase, he could figure out the rest in a couple paragraphs, probably. But
That's
it,
just
it's
yeah.
such a
That's
shame.
just that's just Bukaki for Jordan Peterson.
It's such a shame that nobody has unfettered access to the state that Peterson is in right now. Just make him post and say more of this excellent material, which is certainly his best in years, really.
Well, I don't know. It's weird the guy spends so much time watching gay milking porn.
Well, I mean, if you watch it one
Is
time,
it really that weird?
Yeah, it's weird if you're like that homophobic. Like, okay, like I'm sorry if we did it. Like, okay, that's something we do anyway. Like, it's not that weird, but that's something we would do. Whereas in his case, that's like something he proclaims that he's against. So like, yeah, it's fucking weird if you're that against it. You're like, oh, I better go watch gay milking porn from China. Oh, I
Oh
better.
yeah, I see what you're saying though. Like one of the best parts of having if you're straight, like this straight, normal, boring ass dork like me, one of the best parts of having gay friends is they'd be like, "Hey, look at this insane gay porn," and you're like, "I don't want to see," but then you look at it and you're like, "Oh my god, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
This is fucking crazy."
I mean, he
And it,
did
I
dive.
like to see stuff that was crazy.
He did dive right into the fucking illogical extreme too. Like he went right for the maximum. No fucking
Yep.
like no stop, baby. No stop.
Yep.
You think he has a think tank behind this?
No, I think that he was up looking at gay sex
Like he,
videos and was
It's pretty much
fucking
just
insane.
like he doesn't have a team that just sits around saying, "What's the dumbest shit we can think of to do?"
no. They're out on their own now. It's just him and Michaela as a two
Yeah, for
piece
sure.
that's meant to function as an entire Jordan Peterson. If he'd have just chilled the fuck out, he's an example of yet another right wing bullshit grifter philosopher type individual who, if he had just chilled the fuck out and wrote another book called
Capitalists don't know the meaning of chilling the fuck out.
"If this motherfucker just chilled the fuck out and wrote a book instead and wrote a book called 12 More Rules for Life."
Even
All
more
right,
12 or more rules for more life.
right. That is how a life that he was handed could have been. He could be selling that book he could be selling it annually.
Easy money.
12 further rules for life.
He did
12
that already.
additional
He's already up to
rules.
24 fucking rules. How many rules do you need? God.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. But no.
The
How many
chicken
rules you
soup
got?
for the soul series. There can be
Yeah.
12 life rules for every damn thing.
Yeah,
That's how
12
you get that
rules
money.
for
You're right.
young women life,
That's
12
how you get
rules for dog life.
that's how you would show
12
the
rules
love
for the
of God.
swamp witch life.
All 12
how
of them
you
are
would
stop
show-
being a swamp witch, though. He's boring.
That's how you
Women
would
can't
show
help
the
it.
love of
Women do be swamp witching. All right. It's 11:52. We're good. We hit our time. We love you guys.
We do love you guys.
Good work, everybody. This was a nice, fun, relaxing episode after that big theory load I dropped last time in public, which was inappropriate. 12 rules for taking a piss. Yeah. All right.
you gotta
I'm
do it in a
Dave.
cup.
Skeet.
Yep, we love you. Don't die.